Right. So, back to the game. Now, where we last left off, I mean, it wasn't the best of positions, if I'm perfectly honest. We've got some interesting neighbours. Our once rival has slowly been completely devoured by a much more aggressive tribe. We're not in the best of relationships with Byblos, rather. They went to war with us and then did nothing, so lost the war, ultimately. A bit of an interesting move on their part. My plan is to try and claim this territory here so that we secure a route for our empire to reach the ocean. Now, we can't do that down here, though it might be possible, but it's very unlikely. Still, I would rather not be completely hemmed off here, so I'm thinking we probably want to claim this territory as well, just to secure a route for our movement in the future. We are, however, gearing up to move into the classical era. We're in the ancient era as the Karalans. If I go back here, no, we don't want to do that. I want to have a look at this. In the ancient era, if we go up... Oh, look, it's all fixed now. We managed to get the Knowledge Star, which gave us the Neolithic Legacy trait. Very happy about that. Does it actually tell me what that Legacy trait was? +1 science per population on city or outpost. Not too bad. The Karalans are going to give us competitive spirit, so districts that are adjacent to each other will gain more return. It's not a great deal, but it's something. And when playing this game, I tend to find that you will build like districts in a cluster. It's rare to have them only in like single little islands. So this is not too much of a rough one. Yes, Lady Sheilab is on the mend. She caught the chest infection about a week and a half after me. It does seem to be taking a little bit longer to completely clear out of her system, but she's definitely on the mend at this point. Who we take in the next era, no idea. The only ones left are the... we've got an agrarian, we've got a diplomatic in the Han, we've got an aesthete, we've got a war, and we've got an expansionist in the Romans. I'm feeling like realistically we probably need to grab you. I'm just not sure if it's really that potent of an ability there. But this is the downside to being one of the last to switch role. It is hurting a little bit. Might go for the diplomatic focus. That's not something I've played with at all. But typically speaking, I consider makers and food some of the things you need to focus on earliest in the game, because they'll have a much more aggressive snowball effect. Right now we've only got one city. I would like to take that up to 2, but I don't think we're going to be staying in this era that long. Right. Now then, let's have a quick review. We've currently got a little bit of tea, +2% food. It's nice. We've got some obsidian, +2% industry, and we've got some marble, +1 industry per industrial worker, which is also very, very nice. We've got some items around here, +4 stability per mercury would be good, +2% science per mercury. Not seeing a lot of items up there. Got some silver over there, which would give science. Got some lead over there. I don't really see much in the way of resources down here, but it is going to be very important for us to get more trading going. So, with all of these things in mind, I'm thinking Where are my warriors? My warriors are heading up here, currently. I think we're going to try and get in here and claim that territory, and likewise going to move these warriors down into this territory to claim it as well. Because right now, we actually have to go this route. We can't even go across there anymore. But if we could seal this off, then it would probably be worth my time doing. But where? Either way, let's get down there first before we faff too much about it. We're currently working on the embassy because our stability is pretty rough right now. We've got 8 turns before we finish researching one of the first buildings that I'm going to be able to build to help with stability. That's going to be an important one. So I'm kind of hopeful. How far off are we? About 10 turns. Okay, so 1 or 2 turns after this, assuming we don't get any other source of influence, will give us both of these stars, which will give us a decent bump in fame. I think each one of those stars, this will give us, where are we? That'll give us 200 fame. That's not small. This will give us 100. Yeah, I don't want to wait anymore before moving up to the next era. You've always got to juggle, because fame is ultimately the measure by which your civilization will win the game. But not getting first choice on the civ that you're going to be evolving into the next era, it is painful. It is painful. Like, we're right at the back of the pack right now. So it is. We are kind of just accepting that we're not going to get the best choice, and now just trying to make the most out of this era before we move. Alright. Now, at the end of the last stream, I made a point of more or less doing the entire turn so that I wouldn't have too much that I would need to worry about, but now we're getting that done as well. Most things should be okay. Now, can I get up there? Yes, I can. Let's have a peek. Let's see what we've got. Administrative center there. We're going to want to get some follow me. Food. We don't want to set up where there's only industry. But, you know, it might not be the worst thing. Currently, this place is going to be very slow to grow, because it's only got 2 food there, but it does have a decent amount of industry coming in. This does also give us that area. If at all possible I could connect this, I will, but I think that's very unlikely. To connect that up, I'd need 320 fame. That being said, I do need another 200, so actually one of the last things we could do is either... Oh, no, sorry, that's to evolve this city. If I want to connect it, I would need a whomping 600, so that's not going to happen. More than likely what we're going to do is we're going to build a city over here on the coast, and that will be... Oh, there they are. I thought we had 3. But that will be the way that we then expand out and gain access to the oceans. All right, well, you might as well go and have a bit of a fight with them. Is that a... yeah. Alright, let's get down there. This will give us a little bit of gold. Manual battle. These are only scouts, so it's not going to be the best fight, to be certain. That being said, though, I would actually like to deploy it back here. And I would like you to just reinforce and wait for them to come and attack you. There you go. Took very little damage because they were attacking uphill. And now with them so badly wounded, we can almost certainly finish them. Hey, Vormithrax, how you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream, buddy. And Raiders, how you all doing? Vorm was last seen playing Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. As is often the case, chat, If anyone here doesn't already know Vormithrax and even has a passing interest in Cataclysm or any like game, any kind of zombie survival game, please do yourself a favor and hit that follow button. One of the premier Cataclysm content creators. I'm loving all of the robes in chat. Well done, well done. Right. Well, that's taken out all of our turn there, but that's fine. Right, what have we got going on? The darkest depths. Miners and prospective miners and their kin from Blal are afraid. Ancient traditions are strong, and many believe the mythical beasts of the old legends are very real. Now rumors are rife that it was no ordinary bear that attacked Regiment. Regiment? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, because you can rename the groups. Maybe I should have changed that. But a monstrous creature whose den is the city's nearby mine. Many are likely to down tools with their action. How should we respond? Dismiss. The miners will not shy from their duties, and they will understand their follies. Forced labour, we'd gain a bunch of industry, but we'd lose stability for 20 turns, which would hurt. Investigate. Now, that would give us some reason. Right now, we're kind of pushing our religion, so we don't really want to do that. To satisfy the miners, we'll fund an expedition to thoroughly explore every corner of the mine. Who knows what we'll find? We'll get celebrating, plus 10 stability. We might have to take that no matter what. Chance of unexpected consequences. Or embrace. We'll play along and send in a mighty warrior who'll slay a sham chimera monster. What could go wrong? What could go wrong, Shan? No, we need the stability. So let's confirm that one. Look at the fireworks. We don't even know what gunpowder is yet, but fireworks. Status Defiant has been removed from Bilal. Hooray. Bilal is no longer defiant. Woot woot. It's strained. State will remain as long blah blah blah. Is there an impact on our incoming food because of that? I don't recall. Expanding the city by adding districts or territories decreases its abilities. Blah, blah, blah. I don't recall, if I'm honest. Okay, we're growing again in 8 turns. We are going to finish that in 7 turns. We're bringing in 6 money per turn. And a little bit more besides. I'm getting an extra 6 signs per turn. How much are we actually bringing in signs? Let's close that down. We're bringing in 26 per turn. We need to increase that a lot. Lol, unstable? You don't say. I know, right? How crazy. To imagine the grand, absolutely 100% safe city of Bilal. Unstable. No. We shall not let this stand. A game of prophecy. With the Empire thriving, a new game hailing from a foreign land beguiles a population. Everywhere you go, the distinctive game board and pieces catching your eye. That's the game of I know how to play that thanks to a YouTube video and curiosity following playing RimWorld, where you can have this as a game board if you're a tribal start. Actually, genuinely looks quite fun. Insisting on a public demonstration, you play the game under instruction in your palace court, but the event has a sting in the tail. The game is reckoned to be a form of divination as well as entertainment. Gasps could be heard as the game's prophecy became clear. You are fated to lose everything. What will you do? This prophecy spread. The results could be devastating. Every witness should be paid off. Oh, that's a lot less brutal than I was expecting. Overlook. Let the people gossip. The prophecy will soon be disproven. No, please. And heed. We must listen to the divination and prepare for the worst. Superstitious on Bilal. No! These are all bad. I've got loads of money. Silence the people who witnessed it with coin. And by coin, I mean gold. And by gold, I mean we're going to melt down a bunch of gold coins and we're going to get everyone who watched the game, and especially the person playing against me, and we're going to pour the gold onto them. And they're going to decorate the gardens of the palace. Forever statues. Gold arrowheads might be cheaper, but they're far less bling, okay? Yeah, nodders. Didn't say how you were paying it off. Exactly, Bilal. Exactly. All right. 6 turns. We're just going to be passing a couple of turns for now, hoping that none of our enemies manage to go. King Beowulf now feels differently about condescending.
I would not put myself in this position if I feared the consequences.
To be ignored or bullied. Well, their war support is high because they're an aggressive people. That, yeah. However, they've got some things I want. Dye, silk, porcelain. I am totally going to buy that. Yes. It's going to have to be a land trade route. There's no other mode, I don't think. So, sure, we're going to get that. And then I'm going to buy the other one, too. Oh, yes. I was going to say, isn't that mine? No, it's not. Well, that's very close by, so I'll totally pay for that one, sure. And by doing this, I'm also decreasing the odds of them wanting to go to war with me because I'm trading with them and they might not want to lose what that represents. We want the silk if we can get it. We can't. Porcelain. Money. I mean, porcelain would facilitate me getting more stuff in the future. So sure. Okay, we'll grab that. Okay, so my money is way, way down now, but we should see building stuff a lot faster, which is the main thing. 5 turns on the embassy, and then we can start sending out spies. This is the lost wax casting method to make statues. Aavak here doing the lost cast method. Yes, indeed. Did you pay for the dyes in statues by any chance? Chad is onto something. Gonna have to keep an eye on him.
So, will this independent people be an ally or an enemy? A barrier or a blessing? Their future may not be in their hands.
That is usually the case with independence, yeah. I am totally going to poke my head in, though. I want to find out about them if I can. Right. I'm going to need 1 more turn's worth to lay down an outpost. Can't decide where. 111. 11. There's actually a little bit of me that wants to drop it right there, since I would gain so much resources from that tile. But gathering resources then from the ocean would be pretty rough. I think it actually might be better to go back here.
Over this way.
Yeah, I think that's going to be where we drop our outpost. Okay. Yeah, I've got all of the DLCs. Whether they're worth it or not largely depends on how much you already enjoy the game, I would say. And you want to add more content to it. I think they're quite worth it. Just as a, just to be open and transparent about things, I got the base game from the devs. It was, I believe I did a sponsored video on it. However, the DLCs I bought with my own money, and I think they were worthwhile purchases. Whether that translates to the same sort of value as you might have, it's very individual, but yeah, I like them. They've gone for the Goths, okay. So Midas has gone up. Tarth converted to a new religion. The people of Tarth have converted to Belial Dapperism. They've become more dapper, chap. Let's get ourselves down hither, if we can. I need to be a little bit more careful moving out here, because I don't actually know where their town is, and I don't want to run into their army and then cause a political incident. But you, mulattoes, plus 14 for this outpost. You'll have a little bit of food, but I think that will be enough. Let us secure this area. Cultural conversion is fine. That is okay. Now let's have a quick look at religion. We're already moving up there. We are converting lands around us quite aggressively. Our religion is spreading. This is a good thing. This is a very, very good thing, actually. I feel that we have got more power down here. We haven't got any followers, but I think we're probably going to start converting them soon. We've got 10 out of the 25 we need to be able to found a religion. Well, or rather to be able to advance our religion. That is something that we need to focus on. We've lost in many other races, but if we can win in the religious race, then we'll be able to pull things around. Hey, well, Hazard, how you doing, mate? Awesome to see you in chat, buddy. King Beowulf and Midas have ended their war. Shame. No. Wow.
You must pay for your treachery in soil.
No.
You broke your word and my heart. I am not happy.
Okay. So, I'm going to need to get some armies up there. But that has indeed broken a trade route for dyes. Okay. So they're in here with a 4-stack. 2 warriors, archers, and a scout. That is more than I can possibly deal with. That is very unfortunate. Beowulf, I really needed to have that war going on for a bit longer, but here we are. Alright. Well, in terms of units, I could push some archers out. I could even get some spearmen, which are quite strong. I don't have enough horses to get horse-drawn chariots. Warriors have got 19 strength. Archers have got 17, but can do it across 3 tiles. Spearmen have got 18, but they're anti-cavalry. We've got scout riders, which are, you know, somewhat equivalent to warriors. Close combat unit that ignores zone of control. Healers provides health regeneration to all units in their army, even outside of friendly territory, so it'll be particularly nice. And they're not a bad unit, all things considered. I think it may be time that I actually put together a proper fighting force, though. Got a lot of people here. Let's queue up all of them. Can't really afford to do it all in one go, though. So actually, I'm going to change this up a little bit. Shunt you up there. Move you across. Because this is going to pull down my population. There's nothing we can do about the current raid. That's just the way it is, unfortunately. Keeping it. I'll have you station there for now.
Follow me.
Let's try and get up high so I can reveal more of the terrain in one go. The scouts are out here doing their scouty stuff. That's important for now, but that is a bit of a rough one. Hopefully we can still... Oh, we have found something.
Off we go.
Some food. I would very much appreciate that, and we'll drop a new area down there. We are very close to finishing that star. And 3 turns until the next hack. Alright, enter. Uncover this amazing drop that'll say to the marketing team, this is a wow. What? What on earth was that? You may ask for reparations.
I dishonor my people by sharing air with you.
Rude. It's preventing the faithful of Zebal from practicing their faith freely. Okay, well that grievance can just sit there now for a little bit then. Okay, so they have or mostly converted to my religion. In fact, yes, they have. And my religion is slowly spreading out. Take that. You may have a better army, but I've got better priests. Apparently. The melody for every occasion. In the teeming, iconic city of Blal, musicians are a celebrated part of the local culture with a long history in holy rites. They bring nobility to religious rituals, jollity to palace celebrations, smiles to the sick and ailing, courage to the marching armies, and distraction to the gods. Alas, they are still too small in number, especially the good ones. And now, word of their renown has reached across the empire. Lords, priests, commanders, among others, are grousing that their city deserves such artists too. How will you satisfy them? Every city will be required to build an institution of music where we can teach new performers. Overproductive on Bilal? Or street musicians riddle Bilal. They could help commerce elsewhere, even if they distract learning. Parsimonious. No, we're going to go with... we're going to... actually risk pulling this up a little bit more. Go for it. I know that's not building towards our faith, but it is what it is. Okay. Got an archer in 3 turns. I need a lot of gold for it, but it is what it is.
Greetings. My door is
You're now
always
condescending
open
as
to
well.
talk.
We've earned the pacifist badge. We are less powerful than them. That shall hopefully change. But going to war with me is more costly because of my pacifist badge right now. Which is something I very much want to maintain. Just to dissuade people from jumping into fights that won't necessarily serve them too well. Oh. Oh, well, now that was good. That was very bloody good. Let's get you back up here, then. That was actually a perfect moment. Got a second group of warriors. That was amazing. 146 is what we need here. We're not going to have that for a while, sadly. In terms of... Oh, hello, you. Who be you? You be scouts. Unfortunately, you are equally powerful as me. No, you are not. I am a little bit stronger. While we're in open lands, do I have a treaty? No, we do not. Well then, suck it, you. I want to block them access to this area. End deployment. Oh, that's perfect. I mean, they attacked me while I was defending. I could honestly let them just keep doing it. Hold position. This unit will not move or attack and will benefit from combat strength bonus. We're equally well, actually, I'm a little stronger already, so defending and letting them blunt themselves on me is the strongest course of action here. Defend again. They have to try and get through to finish this fight. Now, at this point, I could push, but I think I'll just defend. Now, no one has lost anything yet. And that fight... Oh, maybe I should have pushed it a little bit harder, but... yeah, I could have possibly taken them out, but because they didn't attack me, I think I attacked them. But the fight's going 3-round combats. So once you've played 3 rounds, you have to end a turn. So big, like massive sieges, they might span several turns, so several years of like game time. But sometimes they also just like, you know, trigger. You're only in a fight because you're passing each other, and so if the round timer runs out, then you know the fight is over, sort of thing. Which wasn't exactly what we wanted to go for, but yeah, it is what it is. Now, there's a way to get in there. There's a way to get over there. There's a way to get up there. I want these warriors to go and meet with these warriors and hold this position. Well, actually, they'd have to go so far out of their way to get up here. It's not actually too much of a problem. It might actually be better for me to hold them here. Hey, you Mendel, thank you very much for the 20 months. And Sumi at tier 3 for 97 months. 3 more months, and it is a full century. My God, Sumi, thank you so much for the incredible support, buddy. New Grievous available. You may ask for reparations.
Speak, fool. Pollute my
Has
mind with
ravaged.
your vile chatter.
Did they full on destroy it? I think they did, yeah. They cut it off completely. Scallywags that they are. They got a bit of gold and a load of materials from that. That is quite annoying, but there we are. We'll send a stronger force up there to rally there. But I think it's definitely now the time where we need to be sending out larger stacks of units. We're about to complete this one.
Let's go. Over this way.
Let's have a poke around, see if we can't find... Ooh. There's an intrigue over there. And this is a player that we haven't seen before. Someone who I would like to see. Getting an outpost down here is now becoming a little bit more of a problem for me, if I'm honest. Ooh, I want to get up there if I can. Yeah, if we can expand down here, it would be great, but getting the amount of fame needed is going to be a rough one. Next couple of turns. Again, as soon as I've got those two, then we switch over. This will actually put us at, like, probably point leader for a little while. Which is amusing in and of itself. You can fortify there for now.
Yes, Commander.
I feels differently about this. Condescending.
You
Oh,
have
that's rude.
my attention.
Their war support is higher than ours, and we've earned the passage side. badge. Their strength is overwhelming, but it doesn't say that we're weaker than them anymore. It's just they feel that they've got overwhelming strength. We're already buying their tea. I could buy their mercury too, but it would cost a little bit more money than I've got. So we're going to hold off on that one. Right, archers, get ye out there and merge.
Let's go.
Maybe a silly question, but what really distinguishes this from Civ? There's many things. The way that you transition through eras, the combat in the game, the way the trading works. Whilst there's similarities, they are very broad and like very high-level abstract similarities. The mechanics is certainly much more nuanced. The actual mechanical differences between the various systems, like there's spying in this, but it's dealt with in a completely different way. There is like different eras in this, but it's dealt with in a different way. It's very surface level, the similarities, I feel. Outside of, both games are strategic. 4X is probably a decent enough one to say. We got some gold there. A century is longer than you think, Aavak. You mean, have you not been on Twitch long enough to... it's okay. It's fine. It's fine. I will not call you out.
Off we go.
But I am silently judging. Okay, I do want to know who this is.
Follow me.
Okay. We have really not... Well, we might soon be at a point where I can get some niceties, but... we're getting 19 per turn. So, yes. We should get the Aesthete Star and the Scientist Star at the same turn. Now, can you... 1, 2, 5... If we can snag this place, it would be great. Maybe here, 1 food, but all of that connected to it would be a pretty big return for our city. Okay, well, we're working back on the embassy. That's going to give us some stability. Let's go to the next turn, and this is where we get our stars. There we go. We are now 3rd. We have discovered irrigation. Food... Oh, hello. I see you over there. They're wandering back from their vile deed. With a basic understanding of how the seasonal flooding of a river can be better controlled, water is no longer a matter only for the gods. Irrigation level 1. Next upgrade is artificial reservoirs. Cannot be done until the following era, classical era. Plus 2 food on rivers. And public fountain. Channeled from underground springs, fountains provide drinking and bathing water. Useful for keeping sweaty farm workers content. Plus 15 stability. We
Devilishly
absolutely wanna get
clever,
that.
these Greeks. I would be more afraid of their wit and their words than of their troops.
The shade. Hey, Vasanova, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the 31 months. And Apple Fumble with the 80 tier 3, not far behind. Hey all, hope you're all doing well. I am doing so much better. It's scarcely possible to describe. I hope you've been doing well, Apple Fumble. BB3 Warrior, thank you very much for the 90 months, mate. It's good to catch one of your streams. Hope you've had a good day so far. I have. And Jezza, thank you ever so much for the 88 months. Welcome, all of you beautiful dapplings. I hope your weekend is starting strong. What culture am I going to go next era? I honestly couldn't tell you right now. We'll have a look in just a moment. But we have encountered the Greeks, so now we know who you are. That is useful information. Let's continue wandering around, exploring out there. I see no reason not to. At this stage, there's not really a point in having you up here, if I'm perfectly honest. I can't fight you, because I don't have ranged units. But if I had an archer, oh, you would be in trouble, my lad. Dire, dire trouble. But this has, once again, cut me off from what I had hoped would be an area where I'd be able to actually expand out and gain access to the ocean. Much sad. Much, much bad. Alright. Now, you are patrolling. Now, they didn't want to go to war. But I could perhaps force their hand. And with the right positioning, I could maybe... Because we've got a lot of cliffs into their territory. I could possibly do more damage to them than them to me. I would like to have a healer ahead of that, though, if I'm honest. 1 turn. Healer moves up, warrior moves down. That's a better stack than theirs. We can start being a bit mean. Do I want to draw this out? Let's have a look. How close am I to any of these? Way too far away for it to be useful. So no, we don't want to draw this out. Okay, it is time for us to progress. Now, I think Romans +5 influence, +5 stability per adjacent district, +50 fame on constructible on victorious city counts as commons quarter. Praetorian, strong military unit. They are expansionists, so they receive more fame when earning expansionist era stars, and target another empire's outpost or administrative center with an army to forcibly add it to your empire. This will take the army a few turns and can be interrupted. +1 unit slot available for each army, +50% experience gain on unit. Now this would mean that this is... all of our units would have +1 extra unit slot, which would mean I'd be able to field a 5-strong army. That's a possible one. We've got the Nazca. +1 bonus emblematic district on territories containing a natural wonder. That's very, very situational. +2 influence, +1 faith counts as religious district. The Nazca lines. Headhunters. Shared ardor. When this unit destroys an enemy in battle, it inspires all of its allies to provide them with the ardor bonus. I'm not sure what the ardor bonus is, if I'm perfectly honest. Tactical superiority grants bonus combat strength if at least one allied unit is adjacent to this unit's target. Oh. Nice. The Han. Oh, sorry. They are an aesthete empire. They receive more... immediately bring one of your empire's territories back into its sphere of influence and gain influence for each adjacent territory already in your sphere. If you do not have the strongest influence in the territory, there is a high chance it will start converting back. So basically, it helps with converting territories to us. Oh, good night, Yo Mendel. You have a good one, buddy. Let's have a look. Garmantes. Well, actually, no. Let's probably have a look at Hun. Oh, sorry, Han, not Hun. Diplomatic empires can force a ceasefire in one territory for 10 turns, informing the international security if target territory has already been claimed by an empire, owning the owner, blah, blah, blah. Not sure if that's great. -20 on leverage action cost. I mean, that would be useful. Allow construction of new districts on adjacent tiles. -10 stability. Oh, sorry, the paper mill. That's a normal thing. Counts as a maker's quarters, though. Create a new deposit of paper, which is automatically exploited. +12 science per paper when a leverage intel is collected. Wow. Okay. Range combat unit receives penalties. Repeating crossbow volleys. Stronger attacks after the unit spends a round defending. That actually really does sound quite powerful. it would automatically create the luxury resource paper just by building it. And whenever I get like an envoy or a spy out and I get leverage information, I would generate 12 per paper that I have. That could actually be quite nice. But the one that I was thinking about going for was over here. Attracts a single population from every adjacent foreign territory to the selected city. Will trigger a grievance against you for victim empires. So basically I can steal people's people. Well, steal is the wrong one. I can lure them over here with a trade of sweets. You can imagine what kinds of sweets. Probably a range of chocolates and hard candies. Desert in Bloom, +5 influence on main plaza if city is growing. So if it's growing population-wise. For Gara, +3 food, -10 stability, +2 food per adjacent sterile terrain. Now, sterile terrain is a rough one. +1 food on exploitation counts as farmers' quarters. Must be placed next to a rocky field or sterile terrain or stone field. Can be built once per territory. Does not require being connected to the main plaza or administrative center. Javelin riders, they're ranged. Move 1 after attack. The emblematic district must be placed next to a river. Can be built once per territory. My river, they're not as easy to get to. Cannot be placed on a river. Can be built once per territory. I mean, again, that's all right. And then the Triumphal Arch can be built once per territory. Counts as common quarters. Sure. We'll do some Turkish delight. I think that's actually a pretty nice move. I am actually kind of tempted to go for the Romans though, for the 1 extra unit. This is nice for the science, but being able to grow more food is super tempting. But sterile terrain, so rocky field or sterile terrain or stone field. Let's just have a quick look. So that is a rocky field. So sterile terrain would be stuff like, I imagine this. Sterile terrain. So places where you can grow nothing else. Stone fields. We have got a lot of stone fields actually. We might be able to do it. Don't have a lot of sterile terrain though. No, I don't... As much as I want to go for the food, I don't think that's the right one right now. So instead I am going to go with Romans. Yeah, that's the only thing holding me back, Cult, is that we can research this. So it's basically spending a legacy on something I will eventually have anyway. Whereas really you should be using your legacies to get things you could never have otherwise. This one isn't particularly strong though. This one could be good over the course of a game. This one is not a very... You know what? Maybe we should go with the diplomat. You know what? Sure, we'll for science this because this will be brand new content for me because I haven't played with any of the diplomatic civs because this is brand new DLC. So sure, we'll go ham. Oh, look at that! I kind of want to know what I would dress like for the others. So let's have a quick look. I mean, it's okay. you know, it's a statement. As the Romans, I mean business now. We are going to war as the Rome. No, we're gonna go with Han because that just oozes dapper. Also, if my character was bald, could almost be going for like just a few more steps, and I'd be Ming the Merciless. So there we are.
Help me make this
Hello.
world a better place for all our peoples.
I agree. Hello. Would you like to trade?
Here is a proposal to get your heart racing.
For you, I will consider this closely.
Very well.
We accept, and we should celebrate the agreement.
You do have a lot of stuff I want.
Spectacular! Truly spectacular.
I agree. Spectacular, spectacular. Now, chat, I hope you're all launching into song. My researchers are currently idle. Well, let's not leave that going. That would be nice to get the extra industry. Organized warfare, siege weapons, barracks. We could go the market quarter, laws. Food market, house of scribes. I think this one, because we're not really on the coast right now. Organized warfare to offset... Oh, that's true, actually. Yeah, allow my armies to be added. That is a good point. Well, I'm going to need masonry then to be able to get that at all. But yeah, we'll go down that route. All right. Let's continue on. One more turn to settle down here, and I think we'll settle it right there. I eventually want to get up here and claim this, but honestly, if they move in, I'm just going to try and fight them. That is the way it will go. At this point, I'm quite tempted to go in here at Zebal and take them out. And if I can, take out their warriors here. But they are quite strong.